Barrel or non, number one, coming from the listener line.
Chaz and David, barrel or nah, bringing wax out into the lineup on purpose in your boardy pocket, or, maybe your wetsuit, you kind of stuff it in the zipper, like the front zipper pocket where you put your key. I've done this on purpose and not. Maybe new board, like the wax is just not there yet. So you throw a bar of wax in your pocket, and while you're out there, you might scuff it up, rub it up. But something I don't do every time. It's not like mandatory to bring wax with you out surfing. Generally, you just get that done in the parking lot or on the beach or whatever. Also, coming from the Gulf Coast of Mexico, the longboarding, hot dogging, dang capital of the world, hot dogging is just longboarding, man. That's longboarding. You're out there, good, bad, and ugly. It's hot dogging, and if you're really good at hot dogging a longboard, you are known as the hot dogging Jesus, which Devin Howard is like ultimate top king yogi hot dog Jesus of America. But it can only be done on a longboard. Mid-lengths are just like you can rip a mid-length. You can only hot dog a longboard. A longboard can only be hot dogged. Felipe Toledo has never hot dogged anything, but maybe a hot dog itself, eating one. All right, boys, keep up the work. Cheers. You.
Can't be more
Go ahead.
thankful for our listeners. Like he said what we jibber jabbered about clearly, cleanly, and truly last week, right? It's true. You can only hot dog along. Like listening to him talk. Yes.
That's why we came up with a bunch of other sausages. I
Yeah.
told you I was coming prepared this week, right? I've got a
Yeah.
list.
Okay.
Now, I've got a list, but we're going to assign different lengths of surfboards and style of surfing later. But I'm at
Okay.
least going to present the list
Yes.
of
Got it.
sausages.
To his early point, though, Barrel and Ah bringing wax into the lineup. Back to ripping. Barrel, if you rip. If you bring wax in the lineup and you're waxing your board and then you're like bogging and doing half turns, no barrel. You better, like, if you're bringing wax, you better be throwing full reverse airs out the back. You better be like blowing up because you need that extra traction for something other than bogging a turn.
I hate to offer practical advice because I like to just make a bold statement with these barrel and raws. But the reality is, there's sometimes where you need to bring wax in the lineup. Like if there's somewhere where in between, I always wax the board of the car, first of all, always.
Where me? Where do we need to bring wax in the lineup?
If you're
I know hot
walking,
water,
no,
melty, blah.
if between your car and the beach, there is something that you're walking through that is either going to get on your feet like mossy rocks, or sometimes like a wax job that is old, like an old board that's in the garage and has an old wax job on it. You put a layer of wax at the car, but somehow that kind of gets dissipated when you're paddling out and after your first couple of waves. Like it doesn't stick to the old wax very well. So you get a couple of waves under your belt, it gets some salt water and some sand in it, and it needs a new layer of wax after 2 or 3 waves.
Let's be honest, David Lee Scales. How many times has your wax job you
Ruined.
blown a wave because of it?
It's happened.
Sure.
I've always surfed crappy regardless of how good the wax job is. So there's that. But sometimes it needs a fresh layer of wax after a few waves, is all I'm saying.
I hear you. And I'm going to say, if you're going to be in the lineup doing that, you better air reverse on your next wave. If you are going to bring a bar of wax in the lineup, this is my bar. Your next wave better be an air reverse. When you do that, I'm like, oh yeah, that bro needed extra traction. Otherwise, for me, I could have a naked board out there, not one drop of wax, and surf roughly the same that I surf with the wax.
All right.
I feel that is like 95% of surfers.
We're going nah. Use your fingernails to scratch up the
Scratch it up. If you
Yeah.
blew it somehow and you want to blame your wax, even though it wasn't the wax's fault, just fingernail it up.
All right. Barrel or non number 2 coming from Jason Momoa. canned water.
Like water plus electrolytes,
No, no,
or
no. Just water sold in a can, like Liquid Death or whatever else they have nowadays.
oh, I mean, I love, yeah, if you're okay, my goodness. So here's the thing. I teach, I'm a teacher, David Lee Scales. Don't know if you knew this. Have taught today. Was up in Los Angeles all day with 7 children. The water bottle thing, the kids need for water all the time is idiotic. You don't need that much water. Somehow, water has become the thing. Your water, just like David Lee Scales is drinking water right now. Water, 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 water. No, this is what I've always taught myself. And this is the another tools to live by. Fairwatches.com. Get yourself a fair watch. Uh, treat yourself like a camel, man. Water's going away. The global warming, all this. Train yourself not to drink water anymore. Have your
Should have.
glass a day. Water. So, all to say, no. Jason Momoa's damn new water. Yes, if you go replace all the plastic water bottles, plastic is the problem here, right? But everybody's addiction to water, knock your dang addiction to water off. Stop drinking water.
We survived without it when we were children. Maybe
Yes.
you get a hit off the garden hose in the middle of a long day in
Yes.
the summer heat after playing football for 8 hours. Like that was it. And we survived.
Everybody was okay. Nobody,
Yeah.
you don't need to be drinking water 24 hours a day. Somehow the military industrial water complex is taken over everything where it's water, water, water. No, stop
Well,
drinking water.
in the can, I'm going no barrel specifically because nothing tastes better out of a can.
It's true,
Literally nothing. Like
except
beer.
for the plastics.
Well,
I will
plastics.
give them
Yeah,
this is get rid of plastics, right?
sure.
Like
That's
no
fine.
plastic.
That's fine. Can is better than plastic. Gotcha. But nothing tastes better out of a can.
Yeah.
Like soda doesn't, beer
Nope.
doesn't.
Nope.
I can't think. Coffee definitely doesn't.
Nope.
Wine, absolutely not. Like
Nope.
nothing. Once the taste of metal hits your lips, whatever passes through it is somehow degraded by that.
Precisely. So here's how you save the world is by stop drinking water. You and I should do it. Yeah. I mean, there was somebody who did the drink water campaign. It was like, don't buy stuff, just drink whatever water at home
Yeah.
or whatever. No, my campaign is do not drink water. You don't need that. Go down to the sink in the morning or your whatever water system you have, drink a glass of water. You're good for the day. That's all the
There was
water
a
you need.
there was a great documentary 10 years ago about how beer saved the world because like through the Middle Ages and stuff where like water was contaminated and people
Yeah.
would die of it, from trying to drink it, beer was safe
Yeah.
because of the
Fermented.
process that it went through to get brewed. So it was like you got hydration from it, and so it saved humanity.
I mean, I think you and I should do PSAs as we should tag on the PSA of John Florence is John Daly with stop drinking water. Everyone,
All right,
you've had
let's do
enough.
it.
Well,
Starting next week.
we have all had enough. No more water.
Starting next week.
Yep.
All right. Final barrel or not comes from a listener email. He says, good afternoon. Been surfing since my late teens. I'm now in my late 30s and fully went into learning the history of Hawaii and origins of surfing. Shout out to Matt Warshaw for doing a lot of the research for me. When things have gotten serious with my girlfriends in the past, we fantasize about Hawaii as the perfect romantic getaway. I can get my waves, she can get some time on the beach, romantic sunsets, etc. With all this said, it's never panned out. In fact, I have a streak of planning trips, booking and paying for them. And in the time before our flight departs, we inevitably break up. 3 trips to Hawaii have been planned and 3 relationships have ended. No joke. I'm 0 for 3 and starting to think there's cosmic meaning. Now, I'm in a great relationship with somebody amazing. She even surfs and supports my surfing quest. She just announced the ultimate birthday surprise for me. You guessed it. We're going to Hawaii for a long birthday weekend. I feel good about the relationship, fantastic about her as a girlfriend, and I'm feeling pretty confident with the idea of Hawaii, partially because she's the one who booked it, but I can't help but have my track record lingering in the back of my mind. So, boys, barrel or not, being an adult who believes in curses. Thanks, gents. Work.
This is one of the heaviest barrel and Oz we've ever had. Yeah.
I think so.
Uh, it is barrel to be an adult who believes in curses.
Ooh.
Like, what else are you gonna do? I mean, you can say, this was, like, you can say whatever you want, but when the lights turn out, when the pressure's on, when the something is going to happen, yeah, believe in that curse. You can break the curse. You're
This
saying no.
this might be this might be the ultimate partner for him. She's going to break the curse. She
Sure.
booked the trick. She did it on her own accord. She is the ultimate one. This is the identifier. You've always wanted to go to Hawaii. You were working too hard to do it on your own, and that's where the curse was born out of. This woman comes in from left field. She's going to help you get to your destination and do it for you.
Completely. But I will also say the curse exists. I believe, like, I will say, I mean, I feel you feel differently, that you would
Yeah,
say, no, this is all just in your mind. This is all random
I don't think it's
happenstance.
random. I would look a little bit deeper into what was happening in those relationships that led to the end, because I'm not sure that Hawaii Pamalu was reaching out from, the great beyond to uh thwart your travel adventures with your romantic partner. I think it was more something was actually there that was a problem and you didn't identify it early enough.
Per the barrel or not, though, I will say yes. Adult believing that curses exist is a full barrel. They do.
Do you believe
Like,
in the Bermuda Triangle?
I mean, that's a, like, I think I feel as curses as, I guess I don't believe in curses in that way, that something is cursed. Like, so yeah. I mean, I guess for this listener, no, Hawaii is not cursed, right? But
No.
there could be stuff around Hawaii and you that, but you need like the magical partner to deal with this. I will say the all of this, like nothing is like just okay, yeah. There's all empirical scientific evidence of da da da. Clearly not. No.
0 for 3 is more
Something.
than coincidence.
Yeah.
It's statistically like deviant.
Yeah.
So I there might be something there. He needs to look into his own family background. Maybe there was something. Maybe somebody did something to defile Hawaiian land. Way his grandfather went there and did something horrific.
His
So
grandfather
you want
went
to
and found a tiki necklace and then went and surfed in the surfing competition with the tiki necklace on. And then, do you remember the Brady Bunch episode when the
no.
Bradys went to Hawaii? You
I don't even
don't
know what
remember
a
that?
tiki necklace is.
Oh, do you don't remember that Brady Bunch episode?
No.
The Brady Bunch went to Hawaii. Greg Brady found a tiki necklace, like a little tiki head necklace, and then went and surfed and was gonna win a competition in Hawaii surfing. But yeah, whatever. This tiki, the whole thing, it's like a 2 episode special. Go watch it.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is very similar to the pros in the wild that I had scheduled for today.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll leave it as a cliffhanger teaser for next week.
Yeah. But barrel on believing in curses, you bro,
But
you
also
got
barrel on your girlfriend booking this trip for you and
precisely.
go
And
have at
it
it.
because if this doesn't work out, if she is not a curse breaker, you want to be married to a curse, or not that you're gonna get married, but you want to be with a curse breaker.
So do you have any curses in your life that you are scared of that you're actively avoiding?
Never, but I
Me
always
neither.
think like I've gotten more weirdly superstitious as I've gotten older, not in terms of like personal stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Like
Hmm.
just with the kid, I guess, a lot
Yeah,
of like her hopes and dreams, and then I'll like attach a lot more to that because, yeah, like she applied for the Paris Opera Ballet, right? Which is
right.
like nobody gets into that thing. And so she applied, and then weirdly, a French song came on Spotify after, and I thought,
Mm,
so it's that kind of stuff, right? Where never before did I ever think any of this, but now with stuff that I think I want stuff more for her than I ever
yeah.
wanted for myself. And so then I'll try to attach extra meaning. Like even yesterday, was it a library where there was a magic 8 ball? So is she gonna get the parasite? Shook it. And like
What
actually
did
no.
it say?
It said something like of course or something. Yeah.
When
But
do you
she
get the
already
results?
March 16th, I think. But she already it's
Jesus.
but yeah, that one's hard. But kid already sent it. She got into School of American Ballet with a scholarship, which is like, yeah, not a need-based scholarship, a merit where they're looking at her, which is this is the one. School of
Was
American
that
Ballet,
was that the
New
San
York.
Francisco audition?
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. But it's in New York. But this is the premier American school, best school ever. Love every bit of it. I don't get me started about the School of American Ballet. But yeah, she's in
Amazing.
with a
I'm
scholarship.
I'm gonna go play some Serge Gainsbourg tonight, just in her honor.
Exactly.
Try to juice the gods.
I've legit, so yeah, to our dear listeners' point again, I've only been listening to French music since then. Just not, I'm already tired. Like this kid, Balanchine, she's in. Like, this is where I want her anyway, New York. But this Paris Opera Ballet, ooh, if she got into there.
Do you remember that Carla Bruni?
Yeah, of course. I love Carla Bruni.
How good is that first album that she put out?
Epic.
It's
Absolutely,
unbelievable.
absolutely epic, epic, epic. And the fact that she was France's first lady for a number
Well,
of years.
she was like a harlot, dare I say, before that. She was like the Paris Hilton prior to that. I mean, I think she's the heir to Firestone, or not
Yeah.
Firestone, Pirelli. Pirelli, maybe it is.
But then epic, like an absolute who like her singing is epic.
Unbelievable.
And then married whoever the prime minister was.
Berlusconi.
Yeah, Berlusconi. And so, I mean, the whole thing. Yeah. Carla
But
Bruni
when
is one of my favorites of favorite, which makes me so mad. Why doesn't America have this kind of political stuff?
Well, so it literally, she was the equivalent of Paris Hilton in terms of like just being a socialite who's out doing her thing. And then she releases an album. Paris Hilton goes and becomes a DJ, you know?
Yeah.
But Carla Bruni's album is unbelievable. Like the
It's one
first album, the other ones haven't been so great, but the first album was just like the greatest album of all time. You never would have seen it coming. And then she married Berlusconi after that.
I mean, I hope that you can throw the Carla Bruni song, the really good
The,
one.
the title track, I mean, all of them are really good.
That one.
This is the title track.
Yeah, epic. It
Want
is
to
like,
play out the show with that song?
yes, please.
Okay, we'll close out the show with that song,
Okay.
just so listeners can appreciate it.